today, I'm here to remind you of something that we all have in us and tend to forget. Something that is part of our DNA. That you and I are change makers. Our world is rapidly changing. It's changing so fast that sometimes we experience problems along the way, like social, economic, cultural, and environmental challenges. This pandemic reminds us that we have problems and need solutions. Usually, we respond to problems in two ways. We either ignore and learn to live with it, or we find a solution. I'm sure that every one of us in this room have solved problems, big or small, at some point in our lives. We can see our problems as an obstacle or an opportunity. Changemakers see problems as opportunities to make things better. Some of the great changemakers, like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and Albert Einstein, have impacted the world through their innovation, empathy, and knowledge. They have made this world a better place for us. It's not only these great people, but a change maker can be someone like you and me. They can come from any walk of life and from anywhere around the planet. Everyone has the potential to be a change maker. People who care and are willing to be a solution to a problem, who look beyond oneself for a common good. Change makers are the type of people who take action. Instead of saying, "Can I?" they say, "Yes, I can." A few years ago, an 18-year-old, Josh Kaplan, was playing soccer on his community team in Arizona. He noticed the brother of one of his teammates kicking a soccer ball all by himself on the sidelines. The boy had Down syndrome and other intellectual disabilities, so he couldn't really join the soccer team. But this didn't diminish his love for the game. Josh soon realized that there are a lot of other kids like him who love soccer but didn't have anyone to play with. So he founded GOALS, which stands for Giving Opportunities to All Who Love Soccer, a nonprofit that pairs kids with disabilities to play along with other kids, and has now become the official partner of the Special Olympics in Arizona. Isn't that awesome? He said, if anyone had the power to create a change, it would be me. Josh was determined to find a way, and he did. His story is a great example of how every person is empowered to be a player and learns how to create change for the good of all. Bill Drayton, founder of Ashoka, a network of social entrepreneurs, said, "Changemakers are tenacious about the greater good." No one is an island. We cannot live alone. We depend on connection, community, and caring. Every single little thing we do, good or bad, has an effect on our family, friends, and community. This brings me to introduce to you a South African philosophy called Ubuntu. I am because you are. This can also be translated as human kindness. It embraces humanity, caring for one another, and willing to go the extra mile for the sake of another. Like someone said, people are not people without people. This is exactly what Ubuntu is about. Changemakers are like Ubuntus who put others before them. I would like to share my Ubuntu story with you. It all started last year with my elective class. I was learning art, and one of those techniques I learned in class was using acrylic paints on rocks. I was so excited and wanted to explore it. So I picked a few rocks and painted them. It was so cool. Later, I gave a rock to each of my family members, and they loved it. This gave me an idea to make more of these and share it with others. So I picked up a few more pebbles from my front yard while my dad was wondering where all the rocks were disappearing and painted them with encouraging words on them. Such a strong believe together, hope, and love. Then laid them on the doorstep of my neighbors in my community. And I hope it gave them a positive feeling during this pandemic. Like I said, big or small, it's not about how great it is, but about how you can make an impact on someone's life. Our world needs Ubuntus to act in ways that benefit the community. That when we do well, it spreads out. It is for the whole of humanity. There is so much happening in our world today, like gender inequality, poverty, and violence. These hardships tell us that we need to do more as a society. We need to be the change and put it into action on a daily basis. Ubuntu, I am because you are. My well-being is connected to the well-being of people around me. You and I can be a change maker for the good of all. Thank you.